Welcome back. I'm so excited for today's video because we have a bunch of guests that are going to be coming over, and I'm going to show you how I am prepping my home and getting it all cozy and set up for our guests. We are going to be turning my office into a multi-purpose room, so we have a couch that folds out into a bed for our guests when they come and stay over. We're also going to be redoing our guest bathroom and just kind of decorating around the home and making sure it's as cozy and as inviting for our guests when they stay with us for the holiday season. So I've been searching for forever to find the perfect bed for our guests, and we wanted something that was kind of versatile for the space, that I could still use my office by day and then pull it out into like a full-on bed by night. And we did pick up like an air mattress that like folded out into a cot, but it just kept on deflating, and the air mattress, I don't know, it just doesn't work usually with air mattresses overnight, and all of our guests had like the most awful sleeps. So we've been looking and searching, and I finally found like the most perfect sleeper sofa from Cozey, and it's the Neptune sleeper sofa. It turns into like a full-on bed from couch, and we picked it up. I set it up in the room. It's so beautiful. I got the color latte. It's like the perfect comfort and cozy, just like the best support for a sleeper sofa that's on the market, and also like the most aesthetic for my office space by day. So I'm really excited to show you guys, and let's set up the space for our guests now. One thing that I've learned is that creating a comfortable and inviting space for guests can completely change their experience when you visit. Back when I was living in a small apartment in downtown Vancouver, hosting wasn't even an option. I just didn't have this space. But now, having a home where I can host guests at night and still use the same room as my office during the day, it just feels like such a luxury for me. Having a piece of furniture that doubles as a couch by day and a full bed by night has made such a difference in the way that I live my day-to-day life. Instead of dedicating an entire room to a queen bed that just sits empty most of the year, I get to enjoy a beautiful office every day, and I am so blessed that we made that decision. Then when I need to host, I can easily transform it into a cozy, welcoming guest room, and I think it's just the best of both worlds. It's made such a difference in how I enjoy my home. And what I love most is how easy it is to set up the Neptune sofa bed. In just a few minutes, I can pull out the cushions, add some bedding, and it's ready for my guests for when they arrive. I remember the first time that I tried it out, I was honestly so surprised by how comfortable it was. Yes, it is firm, but it is such a nice and comfortable sofa bed with plenty of room for two people. It's just a super cozy, supportive bed that I'd be happy to sleep on by myself, and I probably will one day when I have children of my own. I think finding creative ways to elevate your guest experience so they don't just have a place to crash, but a full sofa bed to come and enjoy their time and get a good night's rest, it's just so important when you're hosting your dearest friends and family. It just makes them feel extra comfortable, cared for, and happy to be in your home. And I'm just so grateful that we have a space to be able to do this. If you're thinking about hosting this year and are in the market for a new sofa bed, I'll leave the link down below for the Neptune sofa bed. And I also want to take a moment to thank today's sponsor, Cozey, for helping me create a warm and comfortable space for my guests in my new home. I'm so happy with how the room turned out, and I really think my guests will enjoy their stay when they come over. To make my bedding extra big and voluptuous, I added 2 duvet inserts to give it that cloud-like feel. This is also a must during our Canadian winters, as our home can get extra chilly and breezy, so I also added a little throw blanket at the end of the bed. And my girls Sashi and Ahri love to welcome our guests with lots of love and kisses when they walk in the door, so I'm sure they will also be sleeping with them too. Everyone just loves our pups when they come over. I'm so excited for my company to come over, so let's get into what else I'm doing to create an inviting home. I really love making my favorite people feel so special when they come and visit us. And you know what? What better way to do it than with a very cozy, curated welcome basket? For my girlfriend that's coming over, I filled it with things that I know that she loves. We are both so into self-care and skincare, so I picked out some of my favorite masks that she can enjoy while she's here. It's pretty easy to curate one of these baskets if you have a lot of self-care products around your house. So for me, it was very simple putting together this basket. I really wanted to add a calming candle that she can light at night, and this is sea sand goji berry. It smells delicious. And if you have any sprays or calming mists to add to your basket, I would definitely recommend. I'm adding this magnesium oil spray that will just help her calm down and have a nice and relaxing sleep. Because you know how hard it is to be sleeping away from home and you don't have, your regular routine and rituals for a good night's sleep. So yeah, I thought that was a good addition. I really loved how the basket turned out, and I think it's just a little simple gesture, but it goes a long way in making someone feel very cared for when they are staying at your home. And I'm excited to see her reaction when she finds out what I've curated for her. And since the guest room also doubles as my office, I wanted to style it in a way that works for both of the spaces. I kept the space pretty simple but inviting with a few personal touches. I added some of my favorite books to the shelves, a couple of pothos plants to bring in a little greenery, and a nice diffuser to create a relaxing vibe. I just love how a subtle, refreshing scent can make a space feel so much more comfortable and inviting. And even though it's a shared space, I think that these small little details can make it feel like it's her own little retreat. I really love this essential oil pack that I got from Sage. It just has so many gorgeous, refreshing scents, and this deep breath essential oil was the perfect scent for her to walk into. I just love how the room came together so nicely, and it's just so calming and like the perfect oasis for anyone that wants to come and visit us, to come and stay. And all it takes is a little bit of imagination and creativity to create a space that is a multi-purpose room that serves as both an office and by night a guest room. So I'm in love with it, and it turned out amazing. Next, we are so lucky that we have 3 bathrooms in our home, and one can be a fully dedicated guest bathroom upstairs. And setting up the guest bathroom has been such a fun project for me because I've been able to turn it into kind of a hotel-esque and spa vibes. I wanted to feel fresh and relaxing without going too overboard, so I picked up some really nice soft towels from Cozy Earth, and I've added some aesthetic soap dispensers that I found on Amazon. They reminded me of the Aesop bottles, and it just felt so luxury, so I had to get them. And under my sink, I stocked up on a few travel-sized toiletries so my guests have everything they might need without having to ask for it. I really love these Turkish towels and how you fold it over the towel rack. And of course, I have a snake plant on the counter to make it fresh and green. And I just added a few little decor accents to give it that beachy aesthetic vibe. Really think that it's all in the small little details that make the space feel thoughtful and put together. And honestly, it's just so satisfying seeing it all come together after grabbing and curating all these pieces for the past year. Over the past year, we've been slowly upgrading our coffee station, and now I just feel like it's perfect for hosting guests. We recently picked up this scale that measures out the perfect matcha, or literally any beverage. Matt uses it for his espressos in the morning, where he measures out the perfect amount of beans and then puts it into his machine. So we think it's going to be amazing to be able to perfect our beverages for our guests. And since moving to the island, we've been really thoughtful about picking up the best matcha and coffee beans from local roasters and shops. Matt is in love with his light roasted Nemesis coffee beans, and I am obsessed with the ceremonial grade matcha from Soar Organics. They are just simply amazing. And I've also been collecting a variety of herbal and caffeinated teas that my guests can have, like a London fog or a nice calming chamomile tea at the end of the night. So it's nice to have a big variety collection for your guests to enjoy throughout the day and evening. I just love that we've come to a point with our coffee station that our guests can choose whatever they're in the mood for. And it's just such a nice way for them to start their day. It honestly feels like we have a little mini coffee shop in our home. And I think Matt enjoys it so much. He loves making fresh beverages for anyone that walks in the door. It feels like our house is a revolving door ever since we've really upgraded our coffee station. And we really love it. We really love having more people around and sharing our beautiful beverages with them. Who doesn't love coming over and being served a fresh espresso or lemon fog or matcha beverage and just gabbing, for the whole afternoon. And Matt actually encourages all of his buddies to come over every Sunday for coffee before they have their D&D session. So they all get to sit around, enjoy a fresh espresso, and enjoy each other's company before they get into the game. So yeah, I really think that upgrading our coffee station to be more hosting friendly has been one of the best decisions we ever made when designing our home and what is important to us. It really made hosting just so much more enjoyable for us, and we just love learning new drinks and beverages to make our friends. So if you're looking at elevating your hosting game, I really recommend investing in a coffee or tea station that you can have on your island or counter, or even tuck it away. But just to have that option for your guests to enjoy when they come over is just perfect for hosting. So we've been really trying to upgrade our coffee station over the year, and we're actually really happy with where it's at now. I feel like it's the perfect little coffee station for hosting our guests. We can make so many different lattes, espresso, matchas, teas, anything, and it's like a big hit for whenever someone comes over to our house. And Maddie upgraded from his Nespresso to the Breville Barista Pro, and he's obsessed with it. It's more like hands-on, and he really wanted to get custom coffee from around the city, so he's loving it, which is pretty cool. So yeah, it's like the perfect little coffee station that's right in our living room. It's kind of separated from the kitchen, and it just makes it a nice experience to make coffee and teas and matchas for our friends and family when they come over. So I'm really excited to host and to make some beautiful drinks and chat, play games over the holiday season. It's gonna be really fun. One thing I always like to keep handy when hosting is a stack of board games. It's just such an easy and enjoyable way to spend time with your guests in the evening. Whether it's a quick little lighthearted game or something that you can really get into, it's just always such a hit. And we really love Sequins, Catan, Azul, obviously a lot of card games too. I just think it's just the most perfect way to, create memories and keep the night fun and relaxed. And I have everything tucked away under our couch, so it's just super easy and accessible right in the living room. Next, I want to let you in on a little secret that oftentimes a lot of people forget about when they're hosting. Your lighting plays such a vital role in creating such an ambient and relaxed space. In the evenings, I like to dim the lights and light a few candles around the house to create a warm, cozy atmosphere. And over time, we have really collected a lot of dishware and platters and stuff to help with hosting, and these are a few of my favorite pieces. So I got this one little platter for like a dip in vegetables or chips. It's very versatile. I think I got it at Stokes for pretty cheap. They were doing a big sale. And then Maxwell and Williams sent over a bunch of their gorgeous wood cutting boards, and I just think these are just perfect for like a nice charcuterie platter for when we're hosting our guests. Yeah, so some staples like these would really help you when you're hosting guests and family. There's nothing more welcoming than the smell of fresh baked goods when you walk into a home. And I'm not always baking from scratch, so frozen cookie dough from Costco is honestly a bonus for me. It's just such an easy hack to always have fresh, delicious cookies on your counter ready for your guests as soon as they walk in the door. And it fills the house with that amazing warm smell. It's the small little things that make such a big difference in making your guests feel cared for. So hosting overnight guests has definitely become one of my favorite things to do, especially now that we're in suburbia life. And it's all about the small touches that make people feel comfortable and welcome in your space. Whether it's a cozy bed, a curated welcome basket, or just spending quality time together over a coffee or a game, those are just the moments that really matter to me. I really hope these ideas inspired you to try a few of these tips the next time that you're hosting. And remember, creating an inviting home doesn't have to be complicated. It's all about adding thoughtful little details that show the guests that you care for them. Thank you so much for spending time with me today, and I can't wait to hear about how you make your own space feel like home for the people that you care about. Don't forget to stay positive and find the beauty in your everyday.